What's up, y'all? This is ChrisPeacockmedia. We're out here at another special meeting, Edenville Township, Michigan. Um, they're going to be interviewing two people for the positions, a position of zoning enforcement officer or something like that. So we decided to come show up and see what happens, see who these people are who might get elected in one of our public positions, and maybe ask some questions of our other public servants that are here that they got some questions to answer, but we all know they probably won't. Stick around, have fun, leave a like, share, subscribe. Meeting's set to begin at about 6 o'clock, so we're a little bit early here, and we'll be here for the whole thing. We're just hanging out here for a little bit, and just now we're opening the door. See what happens here today. Beautiful day though.
Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
Just by the car.
I saw it. I saw it. Sharon Such bought one. She said she loves it. Really? Yeah.
Okay, the other one, the lady, somebody gets
The applicants have to leave the room when you start, but like.
No, that's, oh, no, it's public.
Okay, so they can stay for each other?
Well, it's public, so,
Okay.
you know,
And we're sure that nobody else is coming?
if you want to ask them to sit out, but if it's public, meeting, I really can't.
No, it was.
No, okay, I didn't know.
And if it's not
Interviews at Delta are just run differently. and-
Well, so they can ask the question ahead of time, that is not public information. They can see the other stuff we created, like the outline and job description, but we can't share the questions. But,
And whoever gets to go second gets a little bit.
I didn't choose the order.
Cause
Yeah.
they heard the questions of the first person.
Jim chose the order.
Okay.
But if you think you wanna ask them to sit out, that might be
No,
challenged if it's public.
yeah, I'm good on being any more challenged.
So come over here, come over here.
She won't get it.
All right, so we're on,
Cause it's in
All right.
Grand Rapids, so.
on the other side of the lake.
We're sure that no one
It's gonna be the
is coming.
17th.
No, we're not, we'll wait 5 more minutes.
Okay. I gotta
Wait, for what?
Where do you want me to sit?
For a fireworks kind of thing.
You can sit wherever you are
Like
most
right up front?
comfortable. That, if you're most comfortable there,
Well, no,
you're
just-
welcome
I mean-
to that.
It'd be easier for me to hear.
It
Not,
will,
I've got hearing aids in, but
it
just
will
the
be,
same.
it'll be easier for all of us.
So I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah,
Just use one of the.
And we can-
so bring
yeah.
it up.
so I have some agendas here, if anyone wants an agenda. I'm not sure that we're gonna have a meeting, so we'll see if we don't, then we'll just put that aside. That's what the agenda would be if we had an agenda.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Hi,
How are you?
good. Yeah, so, Vaughn was telling me that, and I'll talk with Brad about this, that, that's what they do, they figure just the length times the width one time, they don't do the depth of the
Okay.
concrete for the pricing. So just the width times the length and add 2-inch apron, and then the funeral home, if they're handling the ordering and the, the billing and everything,
Right.
they'll just add that onto the marker, and then they'll pay us that cement cost, and then that goes back to Vaughn. I don't know why we do it that way, it seems like we're just a middle person for no reason,
Right.
but
Do you need him to call or?
nope, I already called and talked to Vaughn,
Okay,
and, I didn't have time to figure the pricing, because I looked at my clock, I'm like, oh my gosh.
okay.
So I'll send the funeral home, it's Kokovich and
Your middle name is.
Kokotovich, is that how you say it, Kokotovich? I'll
Oh,
send
is it
them
because I'm from
the
Beaverton?
Oh, no, my middle name is.
Beaverton, yes, I'm sorry, Beaverton.
Beaverton or Gladwin, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, I'll send them the price.
No, it's not.
You should have to pass a class to become a parent to give names. I feel like there should be
I
some.
can't agree with you more on that one.
I got teased so bad growing up.
What's your middle name?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Really? My middle name is Kiana, I don't wanna hear it.
Yeah.
And I got one M for the first name, so, yeah.
Yeah, so can.
it
Look
was
at
not
my last
spelled right.
name and tell me if that's an easy one to live with.
Well, once you
Well, I
say it
think
one time, it's
It's
pretty
Trilch,
easy.
right? It's Trilch.
Trelch, like belch with a TR. Trelch.
Like bells with.
Oh, Trelch, so you
Trelch.
get the
Oh,
little,
Trelch.
no,
So the
Trelch.
Y is the
Trelch, okay.
low
okay.
Y. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we were talking at work, you'll like this one,
Is that
Professor.
Dutch?
What's that?
So
What is-
there was
what
some
is your- what is the
female
name?
in a classroom
Hold on.
with the name LA
Czechoslovakian.
hyphen
Okay,
A.
okay,
My
How do you think you pronounce that?
heritage is Germanic European, which
okay.
Czechoslovakia would have been part of Germany at various times. But mostly I'm English and Scottish.
Have to go.
60% English,
You can probably
Scottish.
do that anytime.
That'd be weird. What kind of were you born? My dad was born in 40. He's passed
Oh,
now, but-
we're not gonna talk about age.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't have
Okay,
gay.
sorry.
I'll tell
It
you.
wasn't about that. That was a wholly different.
Yeah.
You asked him what I heard this one.
Yeah, I was, as we were talking
You were
about.
just casual. I
Okay.
know.
I look a lot
Sorry.
younger than I actually am.
Me
That's okay.
too.
I noticed that.
It's a total lie. Most people guess
So-
my age higher than I
It's
am.
6:00, so I think we'll get started.
Okay.
We did notice this as a public meeting, a special meeting. We don't have a quorum here tonight. I guess no one else has shown up yet, so maybe they will, maybe they won't. So we're just gonna go ahead with the interviews
Sure.
without a quorum.
Yep.
Because we're not going to be making any decisions tonight. We're just
Right.
going to be doing some interviews and taking the recommendation from the interviews to the board for further consideration. So, an agenda?
Yeah.
So, we're going to skip over the call to order, the pledge of allegiance, the invocation and the roll call, the election of a meeting moderator, and the approval of April 22nd board meeting minutes.
Could we still say the, I know
Yes.
it's not a meeting, but could we still say?
Yes, we can.
The pledge, and then we'll
Absolutely.
start with board review interview.
That's, okay, so let's throw in the pledge and the invocation.
Okay.
Okay,
All
just
right.
because I wanted to say one for once.
Okay.
I'm not big on them, but.
Okay, all right, we'll stand for the pledge.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, do we mind invocation? You okay with that? Okay. So if this is just a little something that I was thinking about, so I just wanted to invite everyone for a moment of reflection, not necessary to bow your head or anything else. So we're gathered here tonight because humans everywhere recognize that many aspects of a community are best addressed collectively. That's what government is all about. That's why the Edenville Township Board exists. And good government doesn't just happen, it takes effort. It takes commitment of its leaders to fairness, to justice, to equality, and a long list of other crucial social and moral values. Good government requires civil dialogue and consultation. Leaders, citizens with citizen, and leader with citizen. It requires a willingness to speak forthrightly and even a greater willingness to learn. The issues that we tackle as a board are complex. The challenges can be daunting. The requirements of time and energy are great, but the potential to improve the quality of life for all in our community makes it worthwhile. May our duty be foremost in our minds as we interview these two fine applicants tonight. In the spirit of these words, we ask to be blessed with wisdom and competency and to conduct a transparent and fair and fruitful process in the selection of a township zoning enforcement administrator. So, having said that, we're going to skip over the approval of the minutes. So, job and wage package. So, Crystal, did you have any need to review anything on the guide, the interview guide at all? We're good with that? Okay, yeah, you can
I'm
do that.
comfortable.
Okay,
The only thing, do you have an extra, one of these or no?
you know what, I did not
I
copy,
can make,
so can you know how to run that?
I do.
We need two more, yeah, you're right.
Turns out,
Okay,
it's
thank
my
you.
job most months.
And we've got another, one more minute before
Okay.
6:05 anyway. Oh, thank you. I should do it, sorry, but I did that one before, I don't know, I don't remember.
Thank you.
Is that voice activated?
She talking to the printing thing?
Mhm.
She's a teacher, you know? They do that kind of stuff.
We're grateful.
Right?
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Thank you so much, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we
No, you're
didn't
good.
put two in that packet. And I didn't put two in that packet. So that's my fault. Okay, so, Mr. Trilich, Dennis Trilich, thank you
Just do
for,
Dennis, it's easier for everybody.
Mr. Dennis.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming tonight, being prompt. Thank you for applying for the job. We just have a series of questions we'd like to ask you.
Sure.
And if you don't understand the question, or you'd like to have it repeated back, please speak up and let us know that. And take your time in answering as much as you like. I'll start out with the first question.
I was gonna ask one question, I'm sorry, I
Yes,
should
go
have
ahead.
asked this before. Could we add a question at the end, just, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, we'll,
Okay,
yep,
all right, for both,
absolutely,
both,
absolutely.
both candidates,
Yep.
okay.
I thought, my husband actually mentioned that. It's like, what answer? So the first question is, what experience do you have involving government or local community zoning laws?
As far as government, none. As far as zoning laws, I have built 3 houses. I've had to go through all of the getting permit from the township. This was years ago, of course. And then going to, to the zoning authority in Midland and getting a permit, or I have a place in Crawford County that I recently built, well, it took me 15 years because I didn't have to pay a penny for it because I just did it as I went. And so yeah, I've had experience in doing that.
It's like trial by
In
fire.
fact, one of the houses I designed myself. I didn't just go buy somebody else's. I wanted a specific way. So it was a small house, but it's cabin. But yeah, I designed it myself.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
Sorry. Dennis, what experience do you have working with Okay, no, it's a similar but not the same question.
Okay.
What experience do you have working with government or local community planning commissions?
None.
So,
Except for my own personal building.
yeah, this would make,
Yeah.
if you wanted, this could be an opportunity to elaborate, I guess, if you
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to.
that's, I mean,
Yep.
I guess if you build a house, you've been dragged through a lot to do it. So you learn a lot doing that, and remodeling houses and whatnot. I know I've not done this for a living. I've done it as a side thing to get what I wanted, because it costs so much to hire somebody to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Dennis, what experience do you have working with the public, applicants, and developers as it relates to zoning inquiries, proposals, or permits?
Just what I've said. I've had a lot of experience working with people for the previous jobs I've had as a director of business development for bakery in Midland. I did just about total cold calls, going into restaurants, trying to get their business. I worked as a sales rep for a specialty food company where I had like Meyer in Midland was my biggest customer. I had 5,000 items in there. Yeah, I know. 5,000 is a lot of items,
Yeah.
in different parts of the store, HBC, specialty foods, gourmet foods, ethnic foods, stuff like that. So you have to be able to work with a lot of different people and a lot of different backgrounds in those positions. Store directors, restaurant owners, restaurant managers, whatever. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience working with people and helping people. Because I know there can be a lot of problems with making up your own plot plan for improvements, for whatever, where the line's gonna go, where this gonna go. And I always considered myself working for the bakery as a customer advocate, trying to get them what they wanted, trying to get different items that we didn't make that they wanted, trying to get the owner to make those, which sometimes I was successful, sometimes I wasn't. So yeah, I've done work with people a tremendous amount.
Wonderful. Okay, Dennis, I have the next question. It's a two-part question, so if you want to answer one part and have me repeat, that's
Okay.
fine too, but I'll give you the whole question and then you decide. What is a setback in terms of zoning compliance?
Okay.
Second, where would a resident find that information for Edenville Township?
Where the resident would find that, I would assume you'd have to go through the zoning coordinator. A setback would be, let's see, if you wanted to build a shed, and I think currently it's like 10 feet off your property line that you can build it. You'd have to have stuff off your property line, off the road, you know, the center of the road, all that. So that would be a setback. Okay, get what you wanted? Okay,
Okay. so-
am I being too verbose?
Mm-mm.
Talking too
No,
much?
That's great.
you're fine, you're fine. So this is the second to the last question. A resident.
That's
compli-
it? I don't have any more, I can sit here for an hour and talk.
Yeah, I think I have a dinner date at 7:30. It's pretty special. So, but you can talk as long as you want.
Okay,
A resident complains that a neighbor's fence is encroaching 6 inches onto their property. You investigate and you find that they're correct. What action could you take?
what action could I take? I don't know what my authorities would be in that, but I would definitely talk to the owner of the fence that put it in the wrong place and see what could be worked out before anything legally had to be taken care of.
The last question is a tough one.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Not really. I mean, I went through the whole, job description like 3 times before I came here, just to make sure there wasn't any surprises in there. Because my father, we'll call him my father-in-law. I'm not married. My girlfriend and I have been together for 15 years. She got her place, I got my place. He's a clerk in, Saginaw County for, not Milwaukee, Carlton. He's been that way for years, and he's the one that's kind of talked me through getting into some of this stuff. And he kind of alluded, it's not in the description that I would be the one going around making sure people have their garbage picked up and stuff like that in their yard, and I don't see anything in the job description that has
That's not
that.
my understanding of the
Okay,
law.
so he was wrong.
Is that
I like
yours?
that.
Okay.
So.
I like the guy a lot, he's great, but
In some jurisdictions, an ordinance compliance officer and
Yeah.
a zoning enforcement officer work together.
okay,
Not so much here in Edenville Township, we have them as separate roles.
Yep.
And so,
that's what I thought.
and a lot of people do it one way or the other, so you'll find different things. In small communities like what you're talking about, Milwaukee, Carlton, they may be combining that.
Okay. Now, one of the things in the job description, it said not necessary but helpful if you've had drafting experience. I've had 4 years of drafting in junior high and high school, drafting whatever in high school, architectural drawing and mechanical drawing.
That was back when there were the tables, 'cause I had those
Yep,
drafting
no
classes
CAD
too.
back
Now
then.
it's AutoCAD, it's all.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a very different class.
And I wish I knew AutoCAD. I'm gonna be struggling here to get SketchUp. I even bought the book SketchUp for Dummies. I do a lot of woodworking, building furniture and cabinets and stuff. And it's good if you got an actual real plan that tells you how many inches and all this stuff. I build pretty much everything. I take a look at a picture, design my own dimensions, and go from there. I need all hickory cabinets for the cabin up north. Yeah, that took me 4 winters to do. But they look nice. I just worked on them in the winter time. But they're made out of hickory and they look pretty good, if you like hickory.
That's a talent.
That's my kitchen hickory, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Someday.
it's terrible to work with. Absolutely terrible.
The wood itself.
Yes. Because hickory, they've got a lot of knots in it, which everybody likes the knots, but they create stress on the wood. So if you like rip it down for a face frame, it'll go like that. And it's automatically cut it off, throw it away. So half of what or not half, 20% of what I bought to do that went in the burn pile. I bought it pretty cheap for the Amish, but, so I upgraded to a little bit better grade of wood, better grade of hickory brown hickory and calico, I think, to get them done, because I just didn't want to waste any more money on good wood pile wood, or burning wood.
Yeah. Okay. I think that we are through the questions,
Okay,
and I appreciate your patience in answering and all of the good information you gave us.
okay,
Thank you. You're welcome to stay,
okay,
if you'd like.
okay, thank you. Next.
You can sit there.
Do you want me to move?
You can sit wherever you
Okay.
want. I just
You
don't.
get the hot seat right after me.
All right.
I'm ready to roll. Are you? Yep, you're all set? So, yeah, it's got handles to it. I like that. Okay, so, we have 5 questions to ask you.
Okay.
And, you can take as long as you'd like to answer. If you want to have the question repeated, just say so. If you don't understand something, you're welcome to ask for more explanation. I'll have, Crystal start out.
You want me to start this time?
Would that be okay?
Tim, what experience do you have involving government or local community zoning laws?
Well, I sit on the chair as on the ZBA board, 3 years on the ZBA board. What was the second portion of that?
What experience do you have involving government or local community zoning laws?
Okay.
So they're both kind of tied.
Yep, so like I said, I sit on the ZBA as chair, and then I also own a mechanical business with a mechanical license and boiler's license, so I pull permits, so I'm familiar with the permit pulling. I'm in the code authority, and I own various properties in Edenville Township where we've done work and built a duplex here on Sandy Ridge, so we had to go through the whole code of authority for the zoning and code of authority for the permits.
So Tim, what experience do you have working with government or local community planning commissions?
Like I said, not too much with the planning commission, but through the ZBA, we take some of their recommendations.
All right, Tim. What experience do you have working with the public, applicants, and developers as it relates to zoning inquiries, proposals, or permits?
Again, during the mechanical contractor, I do service in HVAC, so I deal with the people a lot. Generally giving them bad news because we need to fix something, they need to spend money, but I deal with the public quite a bit on that portion of it.
So, Tim, the next question, what is a setback in terms of zoning compliance? And where would a resident find that information for Edenville Township?
Okay, so, I mean, the setbacks are a measurement from property lines or roads And you can find that in the ordinances of Beatonville Township.
I didn't know my writing was so loud.
I know, it is loud in here, isn't it?
All right, the second to last question, Tim. A resident complains that a neighbor's fence is encroaching 6 inches onto their property. You investigate and find they are correct. What action could you take?
Probably talk to both people and see if we can come to a civil agreement. If not, it would be sent over to the ZBA for a variance.
I'm sorry, could you repeat what you said? I didn't hear.
Talk to them, see if we can come to a civil agreement on it, and if not, they would have to take that to look for a variance through the ZBA.
Okay. Yeah, so do you have any questions for us?
I don't think I do, no, I think I'm all set.
Okay. Okay. I think we are all set.
In 16 years of service, this is the shortest time I have ever spent.
So for both of you, our understanding at this point, of course, we had some people that didn't come into the interview tonight, so we're not sure, what that all means, and it doesn't really matter at this point. But we want you to know that, that we will take this information back to the board meeting in May. And as far as we are aware at this point in time, the board was prepared to act at the board meeting on May, is it 16th? So the second Tuesday in May, to take action on hiring a zoning administrator. Now, of course, we're not the board, so we can't speak for them, and that could change.
May 13th.
May 13th, okay, so there's a board meeting May 13th, and we will take this information back to them May 13th. We currently do not have a zoning administrator. Other people on the board are filling in, so it's our hope that we get someone hired as soon as possible. I think do you have anything to add? No, okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you for your time.
Good to see you then.
Well, that was short.
I know.
I thought I'd be here for an hour. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
You're
Welcome.
What's that?
Thank you. So you have folks, a couple applicants, both seem about equal to me from what I heard. See what happens, see what the board decides. You guys can still place your input by giving the township hall a call, email, whatever you guys want to do. Let them know what your thoughts are. Appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna hang out here for just a little bit more and maybe ask a couple tough questions if we get a moment. How you doing today? At least the weather's getting a little better, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Down out here, I think 58 degrees today.
Yeah.
It's getting moving.
long as it starts warming up at night.
And I had the window open. At night, yeah. Well, what the hell are they talking about tonight?
Oh, the zoning. At least these two, I mean, yeah, they were asking questions. They seem more equal. Get some new faces, some new thoughts in the board, in the group.
Yeah. I don't know. Shit, not yet. I just got over 40.
See, I was never involved before. I was just kind of hear all the stuff back in January, February, something like that. Just became curious.
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
understand it.
On the roll. You guys get any bids on the doors yet?
Yes. Yeah, yep, pretty good. Pretty good. Good. Kind of good. I got some concrete work for one
Right. You guys need it most right now, especially today. You're right, sometimes the doors don't come open, you guys don't go nowhere.
I just had a guy did like last time. How to by accident. Well, he opened the door though, but the problem is he didn't check the truck. The door's on the side.
Oh.
He decided to go out. Took out the filter.
I learned something.
Had a guy come in the door this morning, tonight, before I went up. 3 o'clock. See, where's he? I gotta see where my God. You can't go anywhere right now. Oh, yeah, 'cause I can. Oh, you can't. We're gonna stay here until December. So I ended up calling him. The chargers called him. I called him. I said, go with that.
No patience. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, dog walk.
You have a good one.
Yeah, me too. Wait.
Roger, I need that list, buddy. Oh, at my car? Oh, okay. Bye, Tim.
Bye.
I think you can go mud a little bit.
Just a little.
Right.
Miss Looney, do you have any comment regarding the Facebook post you made inciting violence against me?
Get away from me.
Do you have any comment?
No, I would
You,
like
you
to
made
know.
that post as an admin on a private Facebook as a
Right
public
now.
official. You know that's a
I
violation.
think you're stalking me right
I'm
now.
stalking you. Call the
No.
police then. Call the police if you think I'm stalking you. Do you have any comment?
Hi, how you doing? Hi, you. Everybody gets that. Oh, gravity. I don't think that's what gravity is. I want to hear from you.
That's your local public official, everybody here in Edenville Township, our township clerk. Would you like to make a comment regarding not answering my FOIA request? You actively acknowledged it in a Facebook post. Loony Loody.
Oh, yeah, I know why it is. All right. Thanks. See ya.
Typical tyrant, no answers. I'd appreciate it if you'd respond to my FOIA request that you acknowledged many times in a Facebook post.
Excuse me, lady. This guy stalking you?
No, I'm a news reporter.
You are as much a news reporter as I am, jackass.
You want to do something about it? I'm right here, homie. ChrisPeacockmedia.
That's not new, Paul.
First Amendment. Everybody has the right to freedom of press. What's that? What? Standing in public, asking a public official questions, that's not harassment. Call the police. I'm standing right here. I won't go nowhere. Call the police then. Go ahead. Is that how you feel? Here's a fire chief. You ain't gonna like me, buddy, huh? What am I not gonna like about it? What are they gonna do? Loony Loody and her cronies.
Well, this guy just called me out. Told me to come over here.
Come on, do something. You're live on YouTube right now, buddy. Do something. I'll stand right here. What's he gonna
No,
do?
you're the one that called me over here.
You
What are you
started
gonna
running
do?
your lips.
You're a little bitch.
I'm standing right here.
You're still a little bitch.
What do you want to do about it?
No, I would fucking.
There you
tear
go.
the-
That's assault and battery right
there you
there.
go. Call the cops.
Assault and battery
I'm right here.
there.
I'm the cop. Hey, call the cops. I'm right here. Come on.
Just for the fact of that, I won't, because I don't want you to go to jail in front of your granddaughter.
Come on, Pete.
Hey, that's a public. You made it as a public official. I'll be requesting that video. Tyrant. Look at all them threats of calling the cops and this and that. Nobody wants to do a damn thing because they know they're wrong. There you have it, folks. Everybody want to be a tough guy, but nobody's willing to be it. Everybody wants to be a tough guy. Hey, ain't nothing but fear there, and I just sucked up the fear. Now what?
Would that be an issue? Anybody know this guy? Let's get his name out there. I heard they call him, his first name Jeff, so. He wants to make threats and accusations and stuff. We'll get his plate.
Yeah. Now you're trespassing, trying to come over here.
I'm trespassing on public property. I have just as much right to be here as you do.
Yeah, you do. I'm not saying that. Grab your stuff, Lila. This guy wants to ruin our day.
Should have kept your lips shut.
Me?
Yeah.
I asked you if you were stalking him. You said, come over here.
You assumed I was. That's why you said it.
Huh?
You assumed I already was. That's why you asked it.
Well, no, you were saying
You don't know the beginning of what stalking is.
To their cars, dude. That's creepy.
I'm in a public parking lot leaving a public meeting. She's a public official.
don't know who
I have every right, so do you, to record them in the course of their duty.
I don't care what you do.
Learn it, and everything will be a lot better. That's not stalking.
Women, you're stalking them.
That's not. You want?
I don't care.
Oh. Or keep this on for a little bit. You never know. I might have somebody with some bubbles trying to get me around the corner. Y'all hang out. Let's go for a ride. Ain't never a dull moment in the media world. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe, share this video.